And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Clark, and it's Potter in at the 5. Home in the paint.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Kept alive. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Assist from.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here is Morris. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the 3 off target. And it's the Jazz's ball. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
So it's Washington now, following the bucket by the Jazz. And here is Beal. Last time out, he had 44 points.
And maybe not the most explosive player in the league, but Beal has the athletic ability to finish strong at the rim.
On its way from Clark for 2. Offensive rebound. And that one drops for him.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Washington has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. You know, GA, something you notice about this Jazz team. They love to shoot the 3. Statistics tell you that, and they tell you that.
And Kevin, not only do they love it, they do it well. The two sadly don't always go hand in hand, but these guys can really hurt you from range when they get going.
Beal. It's Clark with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And he lays it straight in. Clark's got his 3rd basket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Clark against Morris. To the paint. Here's Nichols. Misses the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out. And how about the body control? Narrowly misses
First team foul.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw.
Shooting for
First trip
Utah.
to the line in this one.
And their success rate on the season right around 77%.
And Marion drops in both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Morris finds Beal. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
That'll be
and he
3
gets the
seconds.
whistle for the 3-second call. Now, here's Clark. He has 6 to the left wing. Marion left side. Good, in the assist goes to MP. And that's now 6 points for Marion. Wizards trail by 10. Morris passes to Okogie. Back to Morris. And again, Washington no good. For Utah, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
First personal
One
foul.
of the emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Todd. Kisper comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's Wright in for Morris. And Wright kicks to Beal. Wants to get it to Gafford and does. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting
Daniel
foul.
Gafford.
Nice work to get it
First personal
inside
foul.
and drop.
Second team foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the game.
First personal foul.
First one falls for him. And the Jazz make it. Utah leading by 16. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Markkanen, and it's Potter in at the pivot, manning the middle. No good from Clark. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And that one's good by Clark.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Outside, Beal. Passes it to Nichols. And too much time in the lane. They get
That's a
called for the
3-second
three-second violation.
Possession
And it's
to
easy
Utah.
to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Now, here's Clark. Here's Abaji. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Clark's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Morris passes to Nichols. Here's Okogie. And there's the pass to Nichols. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA.
First team
What
foul.
enables them to be greater than the
At the
sum of their
line
parts?
for
Well, listen,
Washington.
luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
And they call an illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Morris against Clark. And stolen by MP. And here we go. And that one's good. Abaji. Abaji's got 5 points so far.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now, here's Tom. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Morris against Clark. It's good. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
And it's blocked. And out of bounds
Jazz
as the
ball.
Jazz gain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
For Utah, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Down low. Potter, the pass to Abaji. Clark with it. He had a 27-point outing in the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
3-point field goal.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
And here is Morris following the 3 from Clark. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers really lit up the floor. He added 27 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. It was another strong showing for him in what has quickly become a habit. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there.
Timeout on the
Tremendous
floor.
victory.
Washington timeout.
He may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Kispert's checked in for Morris. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for the Jazz. Now here's Beal. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Clark against Beal. Clark, the pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Assisted.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Clark and Utah again with the bucket. Here's Kispert. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
The Wizards with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Clark outside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Here's Okogie. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Kispert. The Wizards with another miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Poke loose. Beal the pass to Okogie. Clark with it. Guarded now by Kispert. Here's Abaji. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
First personal foul.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter,
Shooting for Utah.
shouldering the load at the offensive end.
So both teams changing it up here. The Jazz shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Clark for 3. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Davis. He's covered by Washington. Shot clock at 6.
Just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. Utah is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. And that one's good by Clark.
Three-point field goal.
Unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Wright kicks to Kispert. Back to Wright. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The rebound by the Jazz. Jones has got his 5th rebound in this one. Clark left side over Davis, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
With the score, your Wizards 13, the Jazz 58.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a